is up, Division 2 agents? This is Gamer for Life back with another Division 2 build video. So Phase 2 of the PTS came to a close a couple of days ago, and unfortunately I had some personal stuff come up this past weekend, so I was unable to play it. But luckily for us, we have some awesome content creators who did cover all the changes, how the changes looked in game with the gameplay of the new gear, weapons, and of course the new game mode Descent, and its tougher difficulty and rewards that they added in Phase 2. So definitely go check those out. I certainly will be doing the same myself. Now as my subscriber count grows, and we're going to be getting into the build in just a minute, but as my subscriber count grows, I guess I should put out a disclaimer every once in a while because I've gotten some pretty toxic comments on a couple of my previous build videos. But listen, this channel will always have your popular builds, your meta type build videos. But one thing that we also do on this channel is have a lot of different type of off meta builds to give you guys different ways to play the game, because that helps keep the game fresh and not just playing one way all the time. Now some of these builds may be a little too out of the box for you, but that's okay. No need for toxic comments about it, because honestly, who is that helping out? One thing I preach on this channel is having a toxic free community where we are here just to help each other out, have each other's back, and enjoy the game. All builds are templates for you to tweak to your own personal playstyle, which is why I always ask, if you're running a different way, let us know in the comments how you're running the build, because someone else reading the comments who has not thought of running it that way, now they have another idea of how to play the game in a different way. So do you see the win-win situation there? Instead of being toxic about the build, you shared how you feel is a better way to run it, and now that helps someone else out in the comments. You see? So with all that said, let's go ahead and get into this build. So this isn't really much of an out-of-the-box build on this one. This is my explosive damage build. You can see I'm running 3 Empress Internationals, 2 of the Grupo, and then of course 1 China Light. So the 3 brand set bonuses for our Empress International: plus 10% skill health, plus 10% skill damage, and plus 10% skill efficiency. And as we know, skill efficiency is every single skill attribute in the game rolled into one. Every single piece that I have is rolled with skill damage and skill haste. And then of course the 3 mods that I have are max skill haste mod. Now for my chest piece, we do have kinetic momentum when in combat. Each skill generates a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% and total skill repair by 2%, up to 15 stacks per skill. Lost when on cooldown. And I think the only piece that I do not have skill haste on is my Grupo holster. It came with skill damage and status effects already on it. And you got to get what you can get with the Grupo pieces when you're trying to get the perfect rolls so you can roll that core attribute to a skill tier, which is what I did here. So the 2 brand set bonuses, plus 15% crit damage, but obviously the main reason we have this is for the plus 15% explosive damage. And of course the China Light knee pads brand set bonus gives us plus 15% explosive damage as well. And like I said, all these pieces are rolled skill haste and skill damage. Now for the backpack, we do have tech support for our talent. Skill kills increase total skill damage by 25% for 20 seconds. And then the stars of the show, we do have the artillery turret. We get this by having the demolitionist specialization. And you can see that cooldown is 8.6 seconds. So when you run out of ammo, you'll have it back super quick and start blasting again. So this one is at skill tier 6, plus 90% damage, plus 420% health, 50% mortar blast radius, and 6% extra mortar ammo. And the mods that we have on this are plus 10% damage, plus 1 extra ammo, and plus 7.5% skill haste. And for our cluster mines, again skill tier 6, plus 60% damage, plus 6 cluster mines. And of course, the mods that we have: 2 6% skill haste mods and +1 cluster mine. Now I went ahead with 2 skill haste mods instead of putting another damage mod on there, just so I could get that cooldown down as much as possible. And you can see it is 20.7 seconds, and the damage for these is 3.1 million. And yeah, these skills definitely put in some work. You'll see in the gameplay, it's really nice. So the guns I'm using: test subject. I don't really use this gun that much, but it does come with 4% for the weapon damage expertise roll with max assault rifle damage, health damage, and damage to target out of cover with the talent perfectly in sync. Hitting an enemy grants plus 20% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a non-shield skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants plus 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. So the Pestilence is the main gun that I was using. 13% for the expertise roll with a max LMG damage to target out of cover, and a damage to armor. And of course, the talent Plague of the Outcast. Hits apply a debuff dealing 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds. This stacks up to 50 times. Whenever an enemy dies with this debuff, all stacks are transferred to a nearby enemy within 25 meters. And honestly, we don't need to look at the stats of the gun. I mean, it's got your base crit from your watch. I mean, you don't really have any crit damage or anything like that, because this build is all about the skills really doing the damage for us, and of course a Plague of the Outcast helping out as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the specialization. Alright, so we have one of the main reasons we have this specialization is for the plus 10% increased explosive damage, effects, explosive grenades, skills, and effects. Then we do have increased burn resistance by 20%, armor kit repair 100% damage, and boost weapon handling by 30% for 15 seconds. Then again, another main reason we have this specialization is for the artillery turret. We get some mods in the turret itself. Group members gain 5% damage to targets out of cover, plus 50% pulse resistance when armor is reduced to 0, refills all main clip ammo, and ignore explosions. Can only trigger once every 60 seconds. So that definitely comes in handy as well. And again, as always, make sure you have the gun type that you're using equipped on your specialization. That way you're getting that extra 15% increased damage. So yeah, that is the build, my friends. Hope you guys give this a try. An explosive build is a fun build to run, and I do run this. Like I said, this is one of my permanent builds in my loadout, because whenever I get that itch just to go blow stuff up, I just throw this build on and go crazy, man. It's fun. So yeah, I know I sound like a broken record, but if you guys are running this build in a different way, we would love to hear it in the comments. And again, for all my new subs out there, appreciate you coming to the channel. We have a great community here. Don't worry about the comments. I'll always weed out all the negativity so that we can always have a toxic free community on this channel. So anyway, hope you guys are doing good, staying safe out there, and as always, my YouTube family, take it easy.